morning and welcome back. 6:36 on your Monday morning. Well, our community is coming together to help two special families, all while raising money for a good cause.
That's right. Pastor Kevin Rivers from Blackhawk Ministries, Matt Brandenberger from Grafted Ministries, and Diana Cox, the widow of Allen County Sheriff Joe Cox, who passed away 1 year ago last February, all joining us in studio today. Thank you guys so much.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
We're so happy to have you. Yeah. And tell us a little bit about Both Hands through Blackhawk.
Sure. At Blackhawk, we're really a believer called Light the 15. So we're in the 46815 zip code, but John 1:5 says to be a light in the darkness. The light has entered the darkness, and the darkness hasn't overcome it. And so a big part of that for us is making a difference in our community through helping families with adoption, and then of course caring for our widows. And so that's where kind of Both Hands comes into that. And we have a grafted ministry is what we call it, that ministers to adoption.
That's very cool. So Matt, you're the guy to tell us about Both Hands.
Yeah. So grafted ministry, one of the things that we're doing is a Both Hands project, and it's really a cool project. It takes James 1:27 in the Bible that tells us to care for widows and orphans, and so it kind of combines the two. And so we're able to do a project where we benefit a widow like Diana here to be able to raise funds for adoption. So our adoption ministry is then benefited through being able to do a project. We write support letters and have people donate money. The project then is donated by local businesses. They provide the paint, the supplies for everything, and then all the money we raise just goes to our adoption ministry. So it's just a real beautiful thing.
That's wonderful. Yeah. And both of you have adopted children.
Well, actually, all three of you have adopted children in some capacity.
Yeah, your grandchildren.
I have two adopted
Diana.
grandchildren.
Yeah. I mean, what is that like, for somebody who's maybe on the fence about adoption, thinking about it, and they're not quite ready to make the move? What would you tell them? I mean, what would the incentive be for them to do that?
First of all, just the power of adoption. It's just such a picture of, I think, how God loves us, but a tangible picture of that. So I would say jump in, don't hold back. There are organizations like Both Hands, there are ministries like Grafted at Blackhawk to help you, take that big step. It is a big step. Don't take it lightly, but I would say jump in. There are people that, like us, who are willing to help and walk with you.
Well, Diana, I want to come back to you. I don't think anyone can imagine what it's like to lose a spouse, but this weekend it's all about you and helping you. But how are things going with you?
I mean, overall, I think I'm doing as well as can be expected. Honestly, I don't really look at it as being about me. I look at it as honoring Joe. Honoring God by obeying commands to help widows and orphans. Allowing people to use their gifts. I mean, I really don't want it to be all about me.
Well, I feel like that's both of you, Sheriff Joe and you. You're all about helping others.
Exactly.
I mean,
and you said, before he died, both of you were heavily involved in the community and in the church. So, this
we had volunteered for a previous Both Hands project and helped a widow. So it is a neat project.
A lot of us knew Joe as the sheriff, the guy who protected our community for so many years, but you knew him on obviously a different level. Tell us a little bit about your Joe.
Well, Joe and I met at Riley Children's Hospital. I don't know if you knew that. We both had sick children, and we were married 9 months later. It was God's plan for us, for sure. Joe is just everything Joe did. He wanted to do with excellence, and but even like we were talking about stuff around the house, he was just a do-it-yourself kind of. And if he didn't know how to do it, he'd figure out how to do it.
He was a handy guy.
I remember covering his funeral. Our station covered it extensively, and just the outpouring of love and support
there were so
from
many
the
people.
community. So what did that mean to you, and has that continued?
Well, obviously, it meant a lot. I had not ever experienced anything like that before. One thing is I've gained a new family of police survivor friends. Occasionally, the ladies, there's many of us in Indiana, but there's about 12 or so that meet. They'll try and meet with us in somewhere in between Fort Wayne and Indianapolis and get together. So it's been, it's not a group you want to be in, but it's great to be around these women who have had a similar experience.
What does this project mean to you, the one that helps widows and one that also helps adoptive children, something that's both very, you can relate to.
Yeah. Well, obviously, since Joe and I volunteered for it before, we do support it. We think it's what we all should be doing, and I'm humbled and I'm thankful. When I remember being widowed the first time, and I was 36, and people would say, let us know if you need any help. And I never said anything. I didn't want to be a burden. I didn't want to bother anyone. And even so with this, when they asked me, I still wasn't sure. But then, like I said, this isn't really just about me. It's about much more than
Let
that.
them help. They want to help.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know. It's just hard.
And speaking of helping out, if people want to help out for both causes, how do they do that?
I think the best way is just to reach us at Grafted Ministries grafted at blackhawkministries.org is the best way to reach out to get more information, and we can give you.
Yeah, and we were just talking about how adoption is so expensive.
Oh, yes.
So if you guys can help people financially, that's one less thing that can get in their way from doing it.
You've got a lofty goal. I think we can do it. What's the goal?
Do it.
The goal is $50,000, and it's pretty ambitious, but having us on here this morning, we hope that we're reaching some people that might visit us and be able to help out as well. So thanks so much.
God can find a way.
Absolutely.
It's a great way. So if you need more information on how to contact them or what's going on this weekend, just head to our website, fortwaynesnbc.com. Well, thank you so much all for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you so
Appreciate
much.
it.